What's going on, chess player? This is Maurice Bishop, and today I want to show y'all the craziest and the most tactical game you probably ever going to see, y'all. This was actually Nicholas Rossolimo versus LivingStone. This was back in 1961 in New York. I don't really have too much information on Livingstone, but I do have a good amount of information about Nicholas Rosalima. Found out that he lived in Ukraine. He was awarded the IM title back in 1950 and awarded the Grandmaster title in 1953. He definitely was a strong player because in Paris he actually finished second behind Casablanca. You know, which I know everybody know Casablanca. He was a very strong player. Rossolimo was also a French champion, or he won the French championship back in 1948, and he was a five-time Paris champion as well. And he drew two matches with Tartakower in 1948 and 1949. Another interesting thing about him was when he moved to the U.S. With his mom and dad, he worked as a bellhop. He was a taxi driver. He played the accordion, and he worked as a singer. And he ran a chess studio to support himself. Unfortunately, he wound up dying 3 days after he fell off a flight of stairs, or two flight of stairs, in New York in 1975. And yeah, man, very very tragic. He was 65 years old when he died. So if y'all wanna, I'll have a lot of his information in the description box if y'all want to do more research about him. But he was a definitely interesting guy, man, and very strong chess player. So without further ado, let's actually get started. Obviously, Rosalino played as white and Livingstone played as black. All right. So Rosalima played e4, d5, e catches d5, queen catches d5, knight c3, queen a5, d4, knight f6, knight f3, and as y'all know, man, this is the Scandinavian defense. For all y'all that don't know, but this is how they playing it. Bishop g4 is played, h3 is played, and then the aggressive queen h5. All right, so bishop e2 is played because he wanna obviously that bishop on g4. It's a very annoying pin, which is why bishop e2 is played. Um, knight c6 is played, and then he castles. Now let's go back a little quick. After bishop e2 and after actually, I'm sorry, not after Bishop B2. With this type of move, I was actually looking at this, and like I said, I played the Scandinavian tournaments and things like that, and I played against the Scandinavian defense a lot of times. So I've been in this position before. I believe the correct move probably would be H capture G4. Yes, you give up the rook, but I believe after knight e2, um, you can potentially trap this queen. For instance, if he goes somewhere like knight captures on g4, you have the move knight g3, and now this queen is trapped. He can't go here because of the knight. Obviously, can't go here because of the pawn. Can't go here because of the knight. Can't go here because the knight is here, and you definitely can't go h6 because of the bishop on h6. You know, and another thing is, for instance, let's say G5. Let's say after knight E2, black plays G5 in order to get his queen to H6, you know, to keep his queen safe. Well, the move would be bishop captures on G5, and then if knight goes to E4, then you have bishop E3, H5, Queen D3, H catches G4, Queen catches E4, and White is actually good. So if for some reason he decides to be greedy and go G catches F3, you got Queen catches B7, and now you can't afford to take this on knight because of Queen C8 checkmate. So that cannot happen. All right. So uh, but yeah, after G captures F3, Queen captures B7. If he decides to go E6 and everything, White can just simply take off G captures F3. And again, this rook is automatically lost. It's nothing that he can do. White is actually very good, and he get his rook back as well. Y'all can actually do more analysis and variations with this on your own or whatever. See what y'all come up with. But I believe Ace Catcher G4 is the right move to play. But in this game, that didn't happen. After the Bishop E2, Knight C6 is played, and then Rossolimo actually castled. So then Livingstone actually sacked his light square bishop with bishop captures H3. And then, of course, Rosalima took on G captures H3. Now, for me, I think an interesting move would have been knight e5. The reason why I say this because right now the queen is under attack with bishop e2. Yes, the queen could go f5, but I think after bishop d3, if he goes back to h5 again, then you have queen captures h5, knight captures h5, and then g captures h3. And I think white is good. He's not under no pressure. I think white is good. Even after knight captures d4, you got bishop e3, knight e6, bishop b5 check. I just think after this move, this is just very great for white. Obviously, you can't go c6 because after knight captures c6, you can't really take because of bishop captures c6, and then you're gonna lose this rook automatically. So white is still good. And then even if you try to do something like a6, which is another thing, if you go bishop a4 and then b5, you just go bishop b3, and then the knight is still good. The white is pretty much safe. The black still have his bishop locked in. The rook is still here. White's pieces are very active and everything, and I just think white is still good, especially after with knight d5 and everything. This can also be a threat as well. I just think white is all around good in this position. You know. Um, but yeah, after G captures h3, Queen captures h3, and then Rosalima goes knight g5. Queen h4 is played, and then d5. Very strong move. Um, Obviously, y'all. Just in case if y'all was wondering, if y'all was thinking of castle queenside and everything, you still have this move. Knight captures f7, forking the rook and the forking two rooks, the rook on d8 and a rook on h8. So that's not a move, and it's not like the queen can actually check the white king because everything is covered. The bishop is covering this squares, the diagonal, and so is the dark square bishop covering that diagonal, and white will still be great in this position. All right, so this is the reason why after d5, knight e5 was played to defend the knight on f7, but also to get the knight out the way as well. Then bishop b5 check is played, c6 is played, then d captures c6, b captures c6, and then knight d5 is played. Thing about knight d5, I'm gonna show you some. Livingstone actually played Castle Queenside. Um, let's look at something here. If y'all was wondering why he didn't, um, I don't know. Obviously, he can't take the bishop because of knight c7 checkmate. That's just a total blunder already, right? But the whole plan is if knight captures on d5, then queen captures d5, and now he's threatening bishop captures c6 and everything. But in this position, black can actually get a draw in this position with queen g4, um, king h2, queen h5. Don't matter where the king goes, he'll just keep checking them and everything. But if for some reason y'all was looking at, well, he does have his queen g2 move, but uh, with the queen d2 move, you wouldn't want to do queen g2 because then you're just gonna lose a piece after that. Because after queen captures g2, king captures, and now you have c captures on b5 and everything, and your attack is pretty much gone. I think black will be better this position because of you see these mass pawns that he has on his file over here, like on this side and everything. These pass pawns could become definitely dangerous, and then after black develop, I think black will be good, especially in the end game wise. black will be better, and black should actually win this endgame. So that's why the queen on G2 shouldn't be played at all, which white wouldn't do something like that. All right, so after this on knight d5, that's why black just cast the queen side. Bishop a6 is played, as y'all can see. Um, Obviously, you don't want to come to none of these squares because the knight captures f6. You don't want to do that. So that's why king b8 is played, bishop f4 is played, um, rook captures d5 is what he played, and then bishop captures e5. Very great move. The reason why the rook can't take this bishop is because of queen d8 is checkmate. That's the reason why he can't take that bishop. All right, so after bishop captures e5 with a check, the king moves to a8. c4 is played again. Well, you about to see what happened, y'all. After c4, queen captures g5 is played with a check. But I'm gonna show you something that's pretty interesting that I seen. I think an interesting move instead of c4. I think an interesting move would have been something like knight captures f7. The whole point of this in the future you don't want this rook to come out at all, and eventually you're gonna want to take this rook. You know, so the whole purpose is, for instance, like if rook captures d1, rook 8 captures d1, and now we're threatening checkmate right now, right? So if knight d5 tries to block, then we get the c4 in, and then if queen h5, then you can still go c catchers on d5. And again, you don't want to go queen catchers f7 because of c catchers on c6, and now we're threatening mate on b7, and then we're also threatening mate on rook d8, and there is no possible way that he can actually stop this mate from happening. Even after a check and bishop g3, there's still no way he's going to be able to stop it. Even if you do try to, um, I don't know, even if you do try to take the dark square bishop and we take back, this is still a one game for white either way, and white is going to win his position easily. All right, but But yeah, what I was explaining to y'all after the bishop b5, black could go a5 to prevent the back ring mace and everything. But then after bishop e8, defending his knight and everything, I just think white is good even without its queen. And the reason why I'm saying is because this rook and this bishop is not getting in the game at all, y'all. They're not getting in the game at all. White is dominating this board, like fully dominating this board, even without the queen. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pieces on the board that is active, all working together. Whereas all black has is just a queen or whatever, and it's not doing him any justice. Even after queen g4, bishop g3, h5, knight captures h8, and now like this is just totally winning. Even after h4, you got rook d3. And if c4 is played, then you just go rook c3. If he takes the bishop, rook captures g3, queen f5, and then knight g6. This is just totally just winning. And now we're threatening bishop c6 check. It's just white is all around just winning this game. He's going to win this game. All right, unless he blunders or something like dramatically. Like that got to be crazy. But anyway, y'all, so let's go back. So after the c4 is played, queen captures g5 is played, then bishop g3. After bishop g3, rook captures d1, rook a captures d1, as again, what we just said it before. Rook is going to d8 to checkmate him. So the only way he could block it is with knight d5. C catches d5, and then he goes c5 because obviously you don't want this file to be open for the rook to do any type of mating attack. So that's the real reason. But after b4, uh, again, you don't want to take this pawn either. For instance, if he takes, then white does have this move on rook c1, and there's really no way to really stop this rook c8 checkmate as well. Which is still crazy. So that was the whole point of b4. But after c4 is played, rook d4 is played, e5 is played, and then of course Rossolimo go D, captures E6. Bishop captures B4. Rook D7. Rook B8. Rook FD1. Bishop E7. E captures F7. And after C3, he promotes to a queen and black resigns. The whole purpose is if he goes rook captures F8, then bishop B7 is checkmate. So yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please like, please share, please comment. Let me know what y'all think. And also don't forget to subscribe. And as y'all say, this is my family, my sister-in-law, whatever, things like that. So but yeah, y'all. Definitely unsubscribe. Alright, y'all. Peace.